guys?
What's up, guys?
What's up, dudes? Alright, so today I'm with my boy Brian, Mr. Benches. And I got you some liquid chalk, by the way, so you can lift in commercial gym. Yo, Bear Grip, I don't really like use it that much because I usually have chalk, but this is an awesome company, some of the best liquid chalk you can get your hands on.
Sick, dude.
I have your protein and pre-workout in the back.
Dude, I gotta suck your dick now, don't I?
It would cost you $0 to not say that. Well, alright, welcome to my channel. So he lacks some external rotation of the hip and he has some trouble extending the T-spine. We're gonna go through some warm-ups to help address that in the sumo deadlift. We're gonna help teach him how to get a front rack and the front squat as well. So we're gonna go get some food and we'll start recording again when we get to the gym. So yeah.
This video is sponsored by Bear Grip.
Apparently so. To start out, we are going to bike for maybe 2 to 3 minutes, just very slow, moderate pace, get some blood moving to the quads. He's dealing with a little bit of knee pain, some quad pain up in here. So we're just gonna get some movement before we get started on the actual warm-ups. How you feeling today, Brian?
This breath belt hurts.
Oh yeah, we got the breath belt today. There's two little lacrosse balls trigger pointed into his psoas. It's a neat little thing for anyone dealing with hip or lower back issues. And then next up, we have the hip side to side. On this side, we're kind of driving through this glute to shift him over. His torso position really stays the same. He's driving through the quad on the opposite leg, like he's doing a leg extension. And he's squeezing his adductor on this leg. You can even touch it. Probably touch it. The adductor here. Yeah, there we go. And just kind of hold it smooth, bro. That way you can really focus on the contraction, so you want to focus there, and on the quad, it's really good for getting the hips nice and open. Next, it's just hip to front and to back. It's a very similar thing, except whenever you're pulling back, you're kind of pulling through this hip flexor. You're still driving through that quad like a leg extension, like you're almost kind of pushing through that big toe. The rib cage and pelvic position really stays the same. You want to mimic like the same kind of torso position you would have in a squat and deadlift. And we're just gonna do maybe 2 sets of 10 to 12, roughly. Again, just take your time, do it with intent. Don't worry so much about the specific number. Next, we're just trying to do an assessment on the hips, kind of feel what's tighter on what side. We are attempting to do a 90-90. Just kind of give you an idea of where you're at for the day. Both legs try to stay at a 90-degree angle. I try to kind of move back and forth and kind of get some dynamic movement into it and avoid making it so static. Just kind of go by feel, maybe 8 to 12 reps, somewhere in there. Do it with intent, same as the other two. And next we have the half kneeling rock back. I got these from Stefi Cohen along with the 90-90 as the last exercise. I usually do 2 sets of 8 to 10 the way I like to do them. I try to keep my torso positioning the same I would for a squat or deadlift. Kind of rock back on the leg he's on here and try to stretch out that hip flexor some. Squeeze the glute forward, push that hip forward. The other leg is kept pretty straight. Do maybe 1 to 2 sets of like 8 to 10, same thing as the others. It's more about quality and intent than reps or total work done. He's actually pretty good at that one. So next we just have a medium band. I don't really care what brand you want. Elite FTS and Rogue have some great ones. Puts it around his lower back and then around his knees. We ease up against the wall, and this is great for really opening up your hips. I want you to kind of treat it like a dead bug and almost try to push your lower back into the ground. Make sure you have a posterior pelvic tilt and your whole back is against the ground. And you can kind of take your elbows and push out and just kind of gradually sit here. You can make it a dynamic movement and kind of rock around. Yeah, you can put your elbows on there and kind of push them a little bit. You should not be pushing through any kind of pain. You should not have any severe discomfort or try to work through that. You can also cross your leg over. Same thing, you should not be feeling any pain here. He's kind of just using his other arm to manually open up that hip some. And this is personally one of my favorites to help me get some externally rotated in the sumo deadlift. So whenever I start doing these, I try to almost engage my core. I'm trying to make sure my rib cage is down and my pelvis has a little bit of a posterior tilt. Really, I just want to make sure I'm neutral. So my core is engaged, and I have to maintain that. That's why I like to do bird dogs. I made these up. I've seen people do these in like a goblet squat stance. I like to take my sumo stance, like the same kind of foot width I would there. I want to make sure my core is being engaged the same as I would in a squat and a deadlift. And I want majority of the extension, or pretty much all the extension, to come from the upper back. Brian, you're holding the kettlebell upside down, like the wrong way. Grab the handle. Yeah, like that. Big brain. We're thriving today. And the kettlebell will kind of just help you extend, especially holding it in this manner. And this will help you get that upper back and help you pull that chest up in the sumo deadlift. You feel it? That's a good one, man. This is one of my favorites. As the last exercise we are doing in today's warm-up, it is going to be a sumo goblet squat. We're just using the same kettlebell as in the previous exercise. Brian, chest up a little bit, extend the T-spine a little more, and just go as low as you comfortably can. You should not be pushing past any pain. I'll do sets of like 10 to 12, just kind of go by feel, same thing as the others, more about the intent. And then we're gonna move on to a barbell and we're gonna see how much his positioning has improved.
Brace, come on. Pull slack, T-spine, push the whole nose away, let's go. Set your hook. Extend it hard.